down at the Town of the Paw Fire Department Fire Hall, and we are with Chief Manych today, and he's going to take us through a quick walkthrough of the town's Rapid Response Unit, also known as the RRU. Chief Manych, can you describe your amazing super vehicle here to everybody?
Hey Ralph, thanks for coming by and showing this. So this is a unit we've had in our stock for now for a few years. We have been evolving it over time. What we've done is taken this from a secondary response vehicle to a primary response vehicle. We refer to as rapid response, or the RRU, as you had said, Ralph. So what this vehicle does is allows us to get places we either couldn't before, or especially during inclement weather like we had yesterday, taking a full-size apparatus isn't always a great option. This gets us through whatever we need to. So what we've done is taken a Chevy 2500 that, again, we got about 3 years ago, and turned it into a response unit that is fully fledged for firefighting as well as any rescue operations that may come up. Right from the front, all of the lights, as you can see, showing off, warning lights as required. In the back, we've put in proper firefighting jump seats. So when members get out of the vehicle, they have their SCBA or self-contained breathing apparatus already on and ready to go. No time lost, as well as it secures up a little more storage room. As you can see, we're quite packed on this as we get our way around the vehicle.
Can you describe some of the equipment that's on your RRU?
Yeah.
What is the Rescue 42
So Rescue
equipment
42 are what we call stabilization jacks or strut jacks. What they do is, the first thing we want to do when we get to a motor vehicle accident, for example, or maybe a trench has fallen in on public works. What this does is, instead of having to make up shoring, this becomes shoring in itself. Stabilizing the vehicle is primary before we want to be doing anything. Secure and make sure we're safe, but also making sure any occupants, slight movements of a vehicle or a surrounding area, if it was a different type of rescue, is obviously another hazard that we'd create. We want to stabilize that scene. These help us do it in the most cost-effective and efficient manner possible.
And safer too.
Much safer.
Yeah.
A composite material, not metal, easy to work with. We used to carry around various sizes of 4x4s with us in our vehicles.
Yeah.
That eliminates us from having to do that now.
And having to worry about dunnage and maybe falling off the truck and
we
whatever
always
else.
need the cribbing that we have with it, but these basically replace a whole bunch of 4x4s, what we used to call breaker blocks, and that'd be great.
So what's some of the other equipment here that's on the back? Can you just give us a brief explanation of what you have?
Sure.
Like, because this is a very thorough and very organized. Looks like a place for everything here.
So the tray that everything is sitting on was a purchase made by the Firefighters Association. It was valued at almost $5,000, custom made. You can see a full 110% slide out, can hold up to 3,000 pounds.
Oh, wow.
So although it is fully slid out right now, it's holding massive amount of equipment. The CAF system that we'll get into right away, right there fully loaded, you're just over 1,000 pounds. Things add up real quick. This gives us access, easy access into everything. Right now, due to the season we're in, it's set up as a vehicle extrication, light rescue type unit, as well as full firefighting foam. This unit here is what we call a compressed air foam system. Contains 60 gallons of water, 57.5 gallons of water and 2.5 gallons worth of firefighting foam for Class A and B fires, which of course Class A is your regular combustibles, papers, with Class B being your fluids. So when we connect our hose to this unit, open up the tube, no moving parts whatsoever, so we don't have to worry about mechanical breakdowns, anything else, no moving parts. Turn on the air cylinders, pressurize this tank, give us almost 5 minutes worth of firefighting capability out of this handle. Yes, it's only a 1 inch. The intention isn't always completely knocking down the fire. It may be to reset that fire, so once the other apparatus arrives, we're ahead of the game.
So this unit here, you mentioned it's 1,200 gallons?
No, it will produce about 1,250 gallons of finished foam.
Yeah.
Holds 60 gallons of water and solution. Once that's expelled, the overall cubic volume is about 1,250 gallons
And,
of firefighting foam.
this unit compared to, let's say, one of your normal pumper trucks, like what's the efficiency rate? Is this way more efficient?
Well, it's efficient in the sense that the foam definitely makes the water have a better ability to fight the fire. The biggest advantage with this is, again, no moving parts, no special training required, whereas when you're driving that, you have to know how to operate the pump. You have so many different moving parts and elements to make that pump function. In our climate, when it's 40 below outside, things don't always like to function. This will always function due to the simplicity of it.
Okay.
This was achieved through a grant we got through the Manitoba government, Fire Protection Grant. It was a one-time offering. It's valued at $25,000. Again, a piece of life-saving and structure saving. It has so many different values to it that doesn't come out of any taxpayer's pocket. This was, again, a great addition for us.
It sounds like you got that grant money and you use it specifically for exactly the right reason. And like, I'm just blown away by the multi-use of this truck. What's this piece of equipment here?
So this here is a light standard. It was recently purchased again by our Firefighters Association. Again, most things we use are usually needing a generator or some power source. We're slowly getting to be battery power operated equipment. You'll see what we call our extrication tools, or our jaws of life as they're sometimes referred to. They're hydraulic. We need to carry a power pack with them, a unit that's gas driven, that you're lugging a lot of equipment. Our goal in the future is to get, again, a power operated either combination tool or individual tools such as a cutter and spreader, ram. You can get those in battery operated now. A lot of money, so it's going to take us some time to budget that, but it is in the plans. If that was the case, everything you see here could be replaced by a couple battery power tools.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so again, not carrying that power pack would be a huge savings in space.
And you can see here, just they've got a space for everything and everything in its place. It's absolutely amazing, the organization here. Yeah. You want to highlight maybe some of these tools here that you've...
So as we slowly move to battery powered, we have a 3,000 watt power inverter inside the cab.
We saw that earlier. Yep.
And that allows us to be charging as we're plugged in here, so batteries are always ready to go instead of having to have batteries and hoping they've been charged. We know they're being charged, as well as when we're driving. We have outlets right on the vehicle itself. The units here, where you've got a 9-inch cutoff saw and a battery operated chainsaw, again, purchased by the Firefighters Association. And we can't thank them enough because, again, they pay dues. Every time they get paid from the town of the Paw for their responses and their training, they are then giving that money right back to buy equipment such as
Sounds like we're lucky to have the Paul Firefighters Association doing this.
It's a selfless act. Not only the time commitments they put in for attending calls at all hours of the day, but then they're actually taking some of their own money and buying equipment to not only make their jobs easier, but
safer for the community.
Yeah,
wow, that's incredible. Yeah. So we're just going to do another quick walk around here. We're just in tight confined spaces. All the lights are flashing about. This is just a remarkable unit. I'm always amazed at just when the Paw Fire Department rolls out to a scene that they have absolutely everything they need right there. And sometimes this unit, well, it's generally as a rule, this unit is first on scene and seconds count, minutes count, and they've spent a lot of time and effort to make sure that they have all the proper equipment so it's they can address any issue that does come up. And well, my hats is off to the Paw Fire Department and Chief Manych and all his volunteer firefighters for the town of the Paw. They do service quite a large area. It's not just the Paw. And this is how they're making it safe. Any final words, Chief Manych?
No, again, all I can do is say thank you to all the members. Our Fire Prevention Officer, Kyle Herman, has put in countless hours into helping construct.
I think I've seen him working on this every time I come down here.
Now. Some of the things aren't exactly as we would have them on this truck, but he's currently fabricating some pieces to secure things properly and make sure it's not only safe when we get on scene to do our job, but it's safe for us to get there in the first place. Okay. So everything's secured, has its place. This was a completely stock unit when we got it. It was a regular town of the Paw truck.
There you go.
We've created every aspect of it to suit the needs of our communities and the areas we serve.
Is there a final holiday season safety message you want to maybe express to the town or anybody watching this video?
Holiday season is upon us, obviously, even ourselves. We put up our Christmas lights this week. Being safe, ladder safety, candle safety, all the things that we love to do. during the holiday
Water your
season.
tree.
Making sure your smoke detectors, we just had a time change. Make sure your smoke detectors are functioning. You're going to be doing a little extra baking, a little cooking.
There you go.
Everyone's busy this time of year, so focus on your task at hand. If you're baking, pay attention to what you're baking and cooking, and don't fall off your roof. Use your
Okay.
ladder safely.
Thank you very much, Chief Manych, for your time. I do appreciate it.